Hi everyone, we're going to be reading with Mr. T, our black and white Argentine Tegu. He's taking a nice and cozy nap by the fireplace right now. We're going to be reading Merry Christmas, Matty Mouse by Nancy Walker-Guye, illustrated by Nora Hilt and published by, I just had it there, North South Books. It was the last day of school before Christmas. Yippee, cried Matty as he rushed out the door and leapt into the snow. He couldn't wait to get home. Matty had 2 presents for his mother in his backpack. One was a recipe book with directions on how to make Christmas cookies, and the other present was a small box with 6 Christmas cookies inside. Matty had spent the entire afternoon at school baking them. They were still warm and their smell tickled his nose. I can't wait to give them to Mother, he thought excitedly. There will be 3 for her and 3 for me. On his way home, Matty met Fitz. He was gnawing bark from a tree. Hello, Fitz, Matty said cheerfully. Hello, Matty, said Fitz. He twitched his pink nose. What smells so good? It's my Christmas cookies, Matty said proudly, and he took out the beautifully decorated box. Oh, cried Fitz, I'm so hungry. Do you have one to spare? Of course, said Matty. Wonderful, said Fitz. Much better than the scratchy bark. Thank you. Merry Christmas, said Matty as he continued home. Further down the road, Matty saw Jay pecking the hard frozen earth. Hello, Matty, Jay said as he found a tiny shriveled raspberry and gobbled it up. Jay looks hungry too, thought Matty. Would you like a Christmas cookie that I baked in school, he asked. I certainly would, cried Jay. It's very hard to find anything to eat during the winter. Jay ate the cookie and pecked every crumb off the ground. Thank you so much, Matty. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, said Matty. His backpack felt lighter on his shoulders. He thought, I had 6 Christmas cookies, but I gave away 2, so now I have 2 for Mother and 2 for me. That works out just fine. It was starting to get dark and Matty's feet were getting cold. He hurried home. Matty was nearly there when he met Kika. She was scratching frantically in the snow. What are you doing? Asked Matty. I'm trying to find my acorns, cried Kika. She hopped to another place and started digging. I don't remember where I hid them, and my children are very hungry. She looked at Matty's backpack and asked hopefully, You don't have any acorns in there, do you? No, I don't, said Matty, and he turned to leave. Kika has 2 children, he thought. If I gave her 3 Christmas cookies, there would only be 1 left for Mother. Just then, Matty heard the squirrel children call, Mother, where are you? Our stomachs are rumbling. Matty sighed. I don't have any acorns, he said, but I do have Christmas cookies that I baked in school. Here is 1 for each of you. Thank you so much, cried Kika happily. She snatched the Christmas cookies and stuffed them in her cheeks so that she could carry them to her children. Merry Christmas, she called. She climbed up the tree and disappeared into her hole. Yes, Merry Christmas, murmured Matty. Finally, Matty was home. He stood for a moment at the front door. There was only 1 cookie left for Mother, he thought. Matty's whiskers trembled and his ears drooped with sadness. A straight snowflake landed on his nose. The door opened a crack and Mother peered out. Matty, she cried, why are you standing outside in the cold? She put her arm around him and brought him into the house. As soon as Matty stepped inside, he began to cry. He told Mother how he had baked Christmas cookies for her in school. Then he told her about Fitz, Jay, Kika, and her children. Since they were so hungry, he said, I gave them the cookies that were meant for you. Now there is only 1 left. Mother held him in her arms. Matty, I am so proud of you, she said. Proud? Baffled, Matty looked at his mother. Yes, said Mother, it must have been very hard for you to share your Christmas cookies. I don't mind at all that there is only 1 left for me. Everybody else just got 1, didn't they? Matty nodded, his lip trembling. Everybody but me. You haven't tried one yet? Asked Mother in surprise. Well then, I'll make us a pot of cinnamon tea and we can eat the last cookie together. Matty and Mother sat together at the table, sipping their cinnamon tea and sharing the last Christmas cookie. This is delicious, said Mother. Do you remember all of the nuts that we gathered last fall? If only we had the recipe, we could make more of these wonderful Christmas cookies. The recipe book, thought Matty. How could he have forgotten? I have another present for you, he announced. He ran to his backpack and brought out the gift. You may open it right away, he said. 2 presents in 1 day, exclaimed Mother. Thank you so much. The next day, Matty and his mother baked dozens of tasty cookies. They invited Fitz, Jay, Kika and her children, and all their other friends to a joyous Christmas party. They all went home that evening with their stomachs full of Christmas cookies and their hearts full of Christmas cheer. The end.